Okay.
Hello, KC. How are you doing?
Hi, good, Ken. Nice to be able to talk to you again.
Yes, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Welcome everyone to this episode of conversation with Mr. KC Lau of kclau.com. KC Lau is the founder for kclau.com, a personal finance blog and website, one of the leading websites in Malaysia. So today I would like to talk to Mr. KC Lau about how he started off his business and perhaps share some gems of wisdom with everybody. Right. So, KC, can you start by telling us when you started kclau.com website and blog?
Yeah, sure. A little bit of history. I'll make it very short. I started the blog at kclau.com 2006. If you check out my website, I think the first blog post is in December 2006. So that's the first blog post I wrote.
I see.
But eventually, it's actually just out of hobby where we try to share our information with my customer at the time, because I'm selling insurance at the time. So we learned something about personal finance, and I'll just publish some articles, some informations, just to share with my clients initially, because sometimes when they ask the same question, we can just send a link to them, and instead of replying everything in an email, so it becomes handy. So it's just a way to start the thing as a convenient way for me to share information with my customers at the time.
Right,
eventually, a few years passed by, and then there are Google's searches on some of the things that I wrote. So then I start to serve some strangers. So those are the people I don't know. Then eventually I can see this happening. I can see it as a business where, since a lot of people are coming to me, so why not we can turn it into a business. So eventually I do it full time since 2010. So until now it's become my main business. Yes.
I see. Really amazing. So can I say that in the beginning you did not think that this thing will eventuate to become like one of the leading websites in the country, isn't it?
No, never crossed my mind at that time. So it happened by chance. So I would say it's kind of luck as well, because at that time blog is just starting to catch up. So a lot of people write blogs, right? But blogs now is not very popular. It's like a normal thing. Like everyone might have a blog already. Now it's more like they want something like social media influencer. People are famous on Instagram or on Facebook, so it's kind of different ball game together.
I see. So how has KC Lau evolved, into what it is today? Like, because yes, blog was very popular at that time, but now KC Lau is still able to maintain the leadership position.
Yes, you're right. At the time when I started, I'm not the only blog, right? When I started, there are dozens and dozens of other blogs in the same niche as well. So it's like one person talking about some finances stuff. So I'm just one of the guy. And eventually, of course, when the thing sparks, when we make the first dollar online. So how do we make the first dollar? Last time was AdSense. You just put up Google ads. So someone click on the ads, then you got paid. And I was very naive at that time, since we're just starting out. We don't know how to make money online. We put up the ads and someone click on it and we make money. And we think that, the more people read your blogs, then the more ads you will get clicked, right? So that's my business model at the start. So we try to maximize the ad space. We try to put the Google AdSense at the right place, at the prominent real estate on our website. Eventually, to build the kind of page view, it takes a lot of hard work, a lot of writings, and then what I realized is that I'm writing to a very small niche market. We're writing for Malaysians to read. I don't think American will read us. Australian, they will not read my stuff. Only the Malaysian, they will read my stuff. And even Malaysians is also very segregated, right? We have the Malay, we have the Chinese, and I'm writing in English. And my English is not the English educated type of writing, I'm writing like a Chinese educated Chinese writing English.
Not really.
So we serve like a certain niche in just our market. So in fact, the market is quite, I wouldn't say huge. It's maybe enough, but the page view, it cannot get to millions and millions. It's very hard to get to millions and millions. So if you don't have millions of views, you will not have many thousands of dollars advertisement revenue. So at the time, I was thinking in like 2008, 2009, I was thinking, how do I turn this into a full-time thing? Really like making a lot of money that I can start selling my insurance. So and then I pivot, right? So of course we try to learn as much as we can online. So I read other stuff, and then I attend some of the courses provided by some internet guru as well. So eventually, in fact, we need to have a group of followers. So they sort of like, they call the term tribe, TRIBE. So say you have to build your tribe, and they say a tribe of 1,000 followers is enough to make this business a full-time. That's the stats they put up. So I say, 1,000, I think I can build 1,000, right? It's not hard. So eventually, to build a list, what you need is, of course, the emailing list. So it's come quite late for me. I started about 2006, but I think my mailing list started just 2 years or 3 years after the blog. I think 2008 or 2009, I couldn't remember exactly the date, but I can check back. But that's fine.
I see.
Just 2008, 2009. So that's the time when I start to build the mailing list. And once you have a mailing list, you can build a relationship, and the business model pivot to giving the customer what they want. So most of the time they want to learn how to plan their finances. So the first course I put up is called Money Automation System, which is basically teaching you how to DIY your own financial plan.
I see.
So that's the course that is, I made 5 figures from that course on the first launch. So that's the time when I realized, this is really that I can do it in a full-fledged business.
I see. So when you do that, the time, I guess you, how do you conduct the courses? Is it online as well?
Yeah, it's entirely online, that course.
Okay, I see. I see. How much is the cost?
Last time when I launched it at 68 ringgit, starting from 68 ringgit the first time. So the first batch member is like, they pay 68 ringgit and they are still member until now. So it's like a lifetime membership. So whenever I do updates, they still get it.
All right. So when you take up the cost, they also get to become your subscriber as well.
Yeah, it's the subscriber of that site is a money automation system. That course is
I see.
So eventually, of course, I have other courses. I introduce more courses and more other stuff. So it become what it is right now.
I see. So, and then I also understand that, in fact, KC, I first found out your name not only in kclau.com but also in Business FM as well. That was like 2012. Yeah.
Oh, I see.
I believe you are quite a regular, guest up there, right?
No, not regular. I think I was there twice.
Okay.
I mean, when you mentioned Business FM, yes, it is a very popular radio station in Malaysia, especially those of us in business, or in executive level, we like to listen to that station.
Yes.
And in fact, the 2 times that I appeared there, I got a lot of followers after that. It really helps as well. But the last time, as you mentioned, is maybe 2012 is the final time I was there. So
okay. I see. So you still do the webinar thing, right?
Yes. The webinar will be very regular. That ones I still do it every week. And in fact, thanks to you are on my webinar show before, and then
thank you.
You have friends, so you introduced to me that they are on the show.
Yeah. Yes, thank you so much. Yeah. You provided a very good platform for our first book at that time. Really appreciate that. Nice. And also allow us to do the guest blogging. So I always, appreciate that. Never take that for granted.
Sure.
Thanks so much for that. Yeah. So can I ask you how many subscribers you have at the moment?
Now I have roughly 86,000 email subscribers right now.
I see. Right.
Yeah.
That's a lot. Yeah.
It actually took a long time to build that. But I kind of doubled it in the last 1 or 2 years. So basically these 2 years these recent 2 years are the time when I'm quite aggressive on this business.
Right. Can I ask what is the main driving force for that? To double it? What was the main reason? How do you do it?
I think it's a simple mindset change, because my business is kind of stable before that. Oh, we are doing okay, you know, it's enough to support my family. And I was thinking, you know, how can we do it faster? Because since the things we put up is beneficial to whoever is learning it. So, you know, so it's provide good value. That means the more people learn about this, the less social problem we will have, right? If everybody
Oh,
can
yes.
know how to learn to manage their finances, there'll be no social problem. So everyone can take care of
That's right.
themselves. So I was thinking, oh, how do we do this faster? And that's the time when Facebook comes as a game changer. You know, everyone is on Facebook, and it's very easy to find the people we want on Facebook. That's how the last 2 years I've been spending a lot of money on Facebook to get the people on my list so that they can learn together and grow together.
Wonderful, wonderful. Well done. Thank you so much. How about Instagram? Does Instagram has a role in this as well?
I'm quite new on Instagram, but I do spend a lot of money on Instagram as well because Facebook bought over Instagram. So whatever ads we put on Facebook, we can just a simple click and then we can, you know, just have it on Instagram as well. So on my advertising budget, I think like 10% is actually spent on Instagram with Facebook. So 90% on Facebook, you know, 10% is on Instagram. But through Facebook, it's actually managed by Facebook.
I see.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, you've been a very inspiring role model to a lot of young people. So I just like to know, like, what are some of the influences on, like, in your career, like, because you are, you know, doing this thing and it's always in the front line and, you know, the leading position. So, like, I mean, like what you have shared with me just now, how you evolve and how you go into Facebook ad, you know, to double the subscription. So, is there any source of, you know, inspiration or source of education that you're getting? Like, who are the people that you follow on social media or internet?
Yeah, there are many internet marketing gurus, so-called gurus. There are many out there. So basically, of course, not everything will works in our situations because we are Malaysians. So most of these gurus they put up, maybe they are from Europe or from US. Most of them are from US, and some you know the environment. We try to pick and choose what is workable and I would say that is most likely contribute to our business success because I'm doing Malaysian market, so I have to know the culture here. Because I know the culture here, so the people purchase stuff differently. Like you're selling courses, they will like the courses, but if you're selling coaching, probably they don't want to buy your coaching because they are shy people, right? They don't want to talk to you on personal. I don't know. I'll pay you a lot of money just to get you to coach them. So it's kind of. When your question is asking me, oh, who do I learn from? I actually learn from many people differently. So like copywriting, probably I learned from Mike Dillard. Mike is a very good copywriter. And then if you talk about training or putting up webinar stuff, I learned from two guys. What's their name? One is Michael, one is Lance Tamashiro. So
I see.
So those two are the one I learned technical stuff like how to do a Facebook Live stuff like that. And then if you talk about email marketing, probably I learned from Ryan Lee. And then I also subscribe to some subscription. The one I was subscribed for quite some time is Andrew Warner. So he's the guys who behind Mixergy.com where he do a lot of interviews of startups, entrepreneurs. So we kind of startups as well. So I learned through his interviews as well, and then also I think who else? I think these are the main people. Yeah.
Right. Andrew Warner for the subscription. Yeah. And then when you say Mike Dillard is how do I spell the surname?
Mike. Dillard is Dillard. Dillard.
I see.
If you want to see my screen, I can show you.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, let me see. Wait a minute.
No worries. Thank you so much for all this information. Because sometimes the most exposed people might not be giving a lot of value. And and just by telling us and sharing with us, you know, you save us a lot of time.
Yeah, and also there are some service provider that they also put up a lot of training for us. So when we subscribe
Yes,
to some training, right?
yes, yes.
This down. Okay, Mike Dillard is. Yeah. Mike Dillard is a very good copywriter, so he launched several courses. So I
Right.
signed up for the course where he teach about doing sales letter and also the sales video. So
Yeah, I see. I see.
it helped, right? When I learned how to put up a funnel that can automatically sell my stuff.
Definitely,
Yeah.
definitely.
So this is
Yes.
my dealer, and then Andrew Honor with mixerg.com.
Oh,
And then another subscription I get is freedom.com.
all right.
Freedom.com. So this is freedom.com will be more on what
Excuse
do
me.
they call? They call a recurring membership training model,
Right. I see.
like a
I see.
recurring model. So this guy is like he's the guru of the recurring model.
Right.
So no, in the subscription you'll learn a lot of stuff about like how to build lists, how to write email, how to is everything inside here.
Mm, I see.
Yeah,
Thank you so much. Thank you
yeah,
so much. Wonderful.
yeah. I think these
Um,
are the main people.
I see. Also, another thing I'd like to know is like, what is, because being an entrepreneur for so many years on the
Mm-hmm.
internet, um,
Mm.
when you look at young people, right? Say, for example, maybe family members, when you meet them, or even your subscribers who are younger, maybe in the uni or college years, what kind of advice do you have for their career? Because I'm seeing a lot of how to say, a lot of dark clouds, in the career, in the typical career path that teachers and formal schooling has told them about. See, yeah,
So my advice for people who want to for the young people who want to start a business, right?
yes,
So
that's
so
right.
basically you're asking me to give advice for startup entrepreneur, is it?
Exactly, that's right. Exactly,
Okay.
that's it.
Basically, yes, I think I have the entrepreneur mindset, but
Yes.
for me, I think I'm kind of slow. I do things slowly, taking easy, and then uh, but for those who want to really do it fast, I think the best advice I can give you is that you should fail fast. You should do it, just
Mm,
do it, and then and learn, never stop learning. So there are tons of information out there where people put up, and then they will probably charge you money to learn from them, but actually save you a
yes.
lot of time.
Right, right.
Yeah,
I
so
see.
don't be stingy to fork out the investment, I'll say so-called
Mm,
investment in learning the education, learn the know-how to do that. So because
yes.
even I think even if you don't fork out the money, maybe
Yeah.
the information is somewhere out there. But the problem
Yes.
is that you need a long time to filter out which information is actually useful.
Right.
So
Right.
for example, you want to advertise on Facebook. So there's
Yes.
course that is like teaching you how to do the things. So that
Yeah.
course might charge you. You can find $10 course, you can find $500 course, you can find $2,000 course,
Yeah.
and then and then you can also find free information out there. So
Yes.
the problem is you go through the free information, probably it take you months, and then you don't know which
Mm,
one is actually working because some are
yeah.
outdated and some they just try it out and they probably it's not working. And
Yeah.
then if you pay for the $10 one, probably they'll teach you a lot of nitty gritty, a lot of details as well, but they are not shortcutting your way as well. So
Yes.
sometimes when we pay for $500 course or $1,000 course, it's in fact
Ah.
actually save us money because they have probably the guru have already spent hundred thousands of dollars on that, and then they know which
Yes.
actually work and then how to actually
Right.
proper way. So sometimes it really
I
saves us
see.
money. And
Yes.
so my advice would be you fail fast, do it fast, and then whatever you want to learn, it is out there. So just
Yes.
do it.
Thank you. How
Yeah.
much do you think they can start off with, like, to do something on the platform and then, get the money, make the sale?
For online entrepreneurship, right?
Yes.
For those people who are doing something like mine, it
Yeah.
is very easy to start. You don't need a huge capital outlay. I would say a few $100 will be more than enough. Of
Ah.
course, some people will say, if you want to do this full time, then you need some money to sustain your life. So
Yeah.
what I'll say is that if you are you're having a job right now, so why not just do a job and then you
Yes.
use up all your free time, your
Yes.
own time, your flexible time, then you work on this business. I think a few hours a day is enough to actually pull it off.
Right. Right.
Yeah,
I
money
see.
is not an issue.
And I see. I see. So can you maybe sum up like top 5 or 3, 3 to 5 reasons why you are succeeding at what you're doing? Like, I mean, reviewing, your performance so far. Like, what is the key quality that got you through all these years, up and down? I'm sure definitely it's not easy.
To sum it up, probably the main thing is that when I think of something we want to do, we will find way to do it. So what I think is uh, my main quality that ensure the success is that I try to humble and we learn from people who have done it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So sometimes we just study other people, how do they do it, what's their business model and what's their outcome. Do we
Yes.
want to be like them someday? So for me, I know what I want because I want a freedom, I want flexible life. So that's why I'm not saying that I want to make tons of money. So it's just enough money, to
Right.
sustain a good lifestyle. And so I kind of like know what I want. So I work
Yes.
towards that. I work towards that. That's like of course you have to be clear on your goal as well. I think one thing is clear
Yes.
the
Yes.
goal, and then the other thing is when you want to do it, you really find ways to do it, and most of the time I do it. Yeah.
Right. Thank you so much. I think, I also can see that quality in you, like in the sense that you're very grounded and very casual about what you're doing. So you don't like pretend you know everything, even though you know a lot more than, your subscriber, but you still always, with the beginner mindset like that. So we find that a lot of very friendly, 亲切感 is there.
Thank you.
So, whenever we watch your show. Thank you so much. Okay, the next section is I'd like to talk about moving forward. I understand that unfortunately this coming trip to KL I might not be able to see you because by then you'll be the US, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, I'm going to the US. Mainly, to cut the story short, is that it's not easy to move to US, right?
Yes.
But for us, we are lucky that my wife is hired by Intel. So Intel Corporation, is I think top 10 company in the world, I guess. One of the top 10.
Definitely.
Yes. in terms of market capitalization, so it's a big company, and we have Intel here in Penang. So my wife have a working relationship with them, and then recently in the recent few years, she was actually hired by the US Intel.
Okay.
So that's why we get the chance to get the working visa, and then we can move over there.
I see.
Yeah, and basically, if you the short story is that because of my wife, I get to move to the US. So is it a good move? I would say there are pros and cons.
Yes.
Ken, you are moving from Malaysia to Australia, you know the pros and cons, right?
Yes,
So
that's right.
I guess about the same thing as well when I moved to the US, because I will still be running the business as usual.
Yes.
Because I always run the business remotely. And the thing is that in the US also we need to we as a US resident we pay tax worldwide. That means the worldwide income you make, where you doesn't matter where you make the money, you still need to pay the government, US government, the taxes.
Yes.
So there are good and bads, right? We move to a place maybe their crime rate is low, nice scenery, or maybe the trust within the community is very good. But the problem is, of course, food will be limited.
Yes.
Cost will be high, things like that.
Yes, definitely. And also it's going to be a very exciting experience, not only for you, because you will be, bringing along that, sharing the journey with your subscriber, and, we can see, how you move on from there, which is very good, a good learning experience as well.
We kind of like, when if I go there, then, there are new learning experience for me. That means
Yes.
the finance industry there has a different landscape. How they make money from the
Yes.
consumer is also kind of different
Yeah.
from what is happening in Malaysia. But sooner or later, Malaysia is going to move towards that as well, developed country.
Exactly.
Yeah,
And then being an internet entrepreneur,
yeah.
so you get to see firsthand how things are done there, and
Yes.
your views will be very much appreciated by people. Not only in Malaysia but Singapore, Southeast Asia, and like what you say, the trend is moving towards there.
Yes.
So yeah, it's like it's like learning about the US without we going there. Not everyone can go there and
Mm.
have the opportunity as well. So yeah, looking forward to that.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that as well. So we get to stay at that part of at that part of the world. It's just like 12
Yes.
hours time zone difference. So I hope I can get some time to travel like South America, Canada.
Yeah, that's right. Uh, which city is that?
I'll be moving to Portland, Oregon.
Oh, okay.
Portland. So it's right
West Coast.
above California. Yeah,
Oh,
below
okay.
below Seattle. So
I
above
see,
San
I see.
Francisco, in between.
Okay, in between, I
Yeah.
see. So not too cold, I guess, but not too hot as well, yeah.
Yeah, we will have snows probably
Oh, snow as well.
1 or 2 weeks
Okay.
in a year. Yeah, yeah.
Wonderful, wonderful. Yeah. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for your time. I really learned a lot from this session.
Thank you.
When are you leaving, by the way?
I'm leaving on 14 August, so yeah, less than a
I
month
see.
away. Yeah.
Okay, okay. See, coming to Malaysia end of September, so yeah, can't meet you, but maybe next time.
Sure, sure. So you
Yeah.
come back quite often, right?
I try to come back like once a year, once a year.
Oh, nice, nice.
Yeah, yeah. In the past, I haven't come back for some years. The furthest away was 9 years. And then 3 years ago, I come back like once a year.
Oh, nice. So what's in your pipeline? Actually, I want to know as well.
Oh, thank you for
Yeah.
asking. Basically, since 2013, like
Mhm.
I started, me and my brother written a book.
Mm.
So, and I enjoy teaching, right?
Mm.
As a full-time, as a daytime job, as a day
Mm.
job.
That's nice.
So, yeah, like I enjoy learning, and writing is like part of the whole learning process,
Mm-mm.
learning and sharing. So the pipeline now is like, I guess, filled with books. A few months ago, we came out with one book. It's called Brighter Future in the West. Sure, man.
Oh.
Which I will send to you. There's a second book because the first book was like migrating to Australia. Good man. It's
Mm-mm.
more like Australia, for
Mm.
people who want to migrate to Australia.
Mhm.
Yeah. And this book is more like general. It's like what are the landscape that they will encounter if they move over there. Uh,
Mhm.
but
Not just
also
Australia,
I'm
right? You're seeing West. That means like me moving to US
yes,
also is kind of
US,
the same thing.
Canada, yeah, Europe.
Yeah.
Some of the things that the macro, more macro view lah, more macro view.
Mm.
Yeah, and of course some of the opportunities that are available in Southeast Asia. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Nice.
basically, it's a continuation of the previous theme, and then I also have another book still discussing with my publisher. It's called The Art of Competing Without Competing. It's
Oh.
more
Sounds
like a self-help book. Yeah,
Yeah, very good title. I mean, yeah, very catchy one.
yeah,
That one.
yeah. The Art of Competing Without Competing. Like, for example, when you say, for people who really want to, start a business fast,
Yeah.
they should fail fast. And
Mm.
you also mentioned just now, like, for you, you are taking it the slow way,
Mm-mm.
which I think, in a sense, like, slow, but definitely very effective. And maybe slow is also the fast way because by focusing on how you want to deal with customers, how you want to, take care
Yeah.
of your customers, give them maximum value, you're not competing with other internet entrepreneurs. And
Yeah.
because you're not in for the short term, you see, and that's why you become the the leading website and the leading blog. So basically, I get a lot of inspiration from people like yourself, like people who don't look like very competitive, but yet, you know, they are in front there and they do it so effortlessly on the surface, you know. Not only on the surface, but it's like you guys really do it naturally because you are sincerely, you know, honestly wanting to help, you see. It's not like charging like $6,800 and, you know, to kill the market or that kind of thing. And also the book, The Art of Competing Without Competing, is basically inspired by the scene where Bruce Lee said the art of fighting without fighting.
Wow.
So I'm not sure whether you remember that one.
Yeah, I think I saw it somewhere. Yes.
yeah. Because the bully was on the boat, you know, terrorizing everyone, and so he said that, why don't we fight in the island? Take a boat there. So Bruce Lee refused to fight with him on the boat. So the guy took the boat and then say goodbye, you know. And then the guy was trapped in the little boat.
Yeah, I'm amazed by Bruce Lee as well. I think what I read before that he in real person in real life, right? There are a lot of many people come up to him to actually want to sparring with him. No one like to fight him in person. Like you said, he always refused to fight.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I think one time I heard that when someone is really pushing really hard to fight, and then he's like one punch and make the guys went down. So
I agree.
He really doesn't like to fight in real life. So winning without fighting, right?
yeah, that's right. Fighting without fighting. You know? Yeah. So that kind of philosophy or that kind of mindset I want to explore. So you know, as I explore and then I collected all those material, I thought might as well write it out lah. So just share. Yeah, hopefully by end of the year it will be published, and then can share with your readers as well.
Yeah, nice. You're a good writer, so looking forward to reading it.
Thanks. Very, very kind words. So thank you so much, KC.
Thank you very much.
Keep in touch, right?
So we'll keep in touch.
Really, yes.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Thank you.
Bye.
See you. All right. See you later.